Hello everybody, my name is Oscar and welcome back to more Subnautica Below Zero. Now, I'm aware it has been over 2 months, I think, possibly nearly 3, since my last activity on here. Basically, just started uni, started in September, so just after my last video I'd started here. Haven't really done anything since. I haven't been keeping up with Subnautica at all because I've just been focusing on work and stuff like that. Hopefully you can understand. Today is like a big update video on all the stuff that I missed, all the major story stuff that I missed. I'm not going to go into the individual like updates because I know they added like the Cryptosuchus and all those awesome creatures, but I know they've been covered by Aki and plenty of other people. There's no point in me covering them because I'm sure you've already seen them, but this is the biggest story update to Below Zero so far, by far. Before the video starts, just wanted to say thank you to the Unknowns because he did help me get back up the track with what was happening to Subnautica. He told me about how to get to all the places that I go to in this video. So, start off just as usual, waking up. It's changed ever so slightly, I think, from the original last time I played it, at least, because it's now got it's more of an alarm rather than just waking up in the morning. Then you head outside, and the first thing you see outside is the Vesper, and the Vesper got a redesign a couple weeks ago, maybe even less than a week ago, I'm not entirely sure, so that it now looks completely different. It doesn't look like the International Space Station or anything like that, like something you'd find orbiting Earth. It now looks like a massive T-shaped, I don't even know what it is or how it flies or what, I don't know what it is or how it works, but it looks absolutely incredible. It's genuinely one of the coolest things I've seen in a game. They've done a brilliant job with the Vesper, and the second bit you just saw with the ships flying over, that was like the second coolest thing I've seen in my entire life. For the rest of the intro I couldn't really stop staring at the Vesper because it was so incredible looking, so apologies for the camera keep flicking over to it, but that's just how it was. So at this point I've skipped running out of the cave because obviously we know all that bit hasn't changed much at all, so the meteors have started falling properly now and you're making your way back to the base. And the Vesper again looks absolutely incredible. And then you get to the bit where the shuttle is taking off and Jeff, or potentially Jeff, I don't know what the story is with that, potentially Jeff is inside, and still the Vesper is the coolest thing I've seen in my life. After the ice breaks and you've fallen through, I was just sort of collecting my thoughts. This was only like half an hour ago when I was recording, so I know exactly what was going on. I was collecting my thoughts. They've completely redone the introduction from what the original plan was looking like, where it was quite a calm opening. It's super atmospheric now. It looks incredible. The graphics are amazing. The Vesper adds so much to it. It just, honestly, it couldn't really be any better than it is. I'm so happy with how they've done it. So then you get out above the water and you see the Vesper again because that's the biggest thing on the screen. It looks absolutely incredible, as I've said. And then it gets hit by the meteor, which I hadn't seen yet. So it just gets hit. It's quite a small explosion and then quite a lot of smoke comes out, but nothing like too damaging to the station, so it makes sense that it would obviously still be in the sky and not everyone on it would have died, that sort of thing. So that looks cool. And then I travelled to the rocket island where there's the communications antenna that needs repairing, so I repaired that with the wiring kit and the ship's salvage. And then there's a bit of dialogue between Sam and Robin, which I haven't seen before. It might not be new, but I'll play it anyway because it was pretty cool.
Are you up there? I haven't seen any ships. I'm starting to get...
Robin! I read you. Are you okay?
I got set up in the life pod. I'm fine. What happened up there?
We lost comms in both launch bays. It's chaos, but nothing that can't be stitched back on.
What about Jeff?
The ship went off course, west towards the glacial basin.
He's still down here.
Finding him is not the priority. Our ships are all out of action, and we've got people stranded in other sectors. I need you to stay safe until we can send a rescue team.
I've done this before. I'll be okay.
I know you will. Rob, I have to go. I'll call back as soon as I can.
Roger that.
So after that I went to see the Emperor Leviathan just to see if I could get the enzyme from it, because I knew that you had to get the enzyme to put it on the rocket to send it to Sam. But the Sea Emperor was not having any of it and he wouldn't give me the enzyme, so I was just swimming around for a bit but nothing happened. So I eventually just fast travelled to the Sanctuary to have a conversation with Alan and meet up with him and see what was going on. So then when I travelled to the Sanctuary, the Emperor suddenly started talking to me like I was right next to him. Obviously that was not meant to happen because I'd broken the game by travelling everywhere, but then I knew that I could get the enzyme after I finished with Alan. So head into Alan, do all of that stuff. It looks absolutely incredible, but I think it's almost identical as it used to be. so I'm not going to show that because it's just a waste of time. Then after it, I noticed there was a pretty interesting conversation about why the architects didn't ask the Emperor what she needed instead of like dissecting her children, which is basically the approach that the architects took. So I'll play that for you because I find that pretty interesting.
Alan, can you hear me?
Of course.
I've been wondering. You came here to extract a cure from a creature that would have gladly given it if only you'd listened to what she needed. Why didn't you just ask for help?
It did not occur to us to listen. We knew how to extract.
You were scared.
We did not want to die. It was too important.
So I went back to the Emperor and found the enzyme. Finally, this time it was actually splurging this stuff up. And then I made my way back to the rocket to send it up, and past this point I have no idea what's happening. I haven't seen any of this. I've kept away from Subnautica YouTube, haven't been watching Aki's videos, which I know, sorry about that, haven't been watching Nate's video, hasn't been watching Anthomnia's video, haven't been watching Smoking's video, haven't been watching anyone's videos. I've been keeping it very down low. It was nice to have a break, to be honest, because now I'm back and I love it again. So then I put the enzyme in the rocket and I set it off, and then I saw these green squares appearing in the sky, and at this point, I'm no word of a lie, my jaw dropped, my mouth was literally hanging open for pretty much all of this entire sequence. I could have quite easily caught a fly. It was genuinely incredible. I'll let it play out for you. And then after it, I don't know if it was a coincidence or not. I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it's meant to happen. There was an immediate like cloud overcast to like sort of cover the shield. Also, I noticed there is actually curvature in the shield, which is a really nice detail. So it confirms that 4546b is indeed not flat, much like Earth. And then there's a bit of dialogue where Alan basically asks Robin to shut up so he can think better, which makes a lot of sense.
Are you asking me to shut up?
That is another way of putting it.
Then I travelled to the Fabricator base. Obviously I had absolutely no idea what to expect past this point because this is brand new, just unlocked by this update a few hours ago.
Alan, what is this place?
A fabrication facility. With the necessary data, we may be able to construct here an alternative organic storage medium.
To us, there's no difference between the body and the person inhabiting it. How do you see it?
Identity is more a matter of pattern than substance. I am an idea, not a set of physical components.
Then why not just stay safe inside your computers?
The same reason you did not stay safe on your homeworld.
Then why don't we just copy you into a fish?
First, that would reduce my capacities further. Second, you may enjoy having a passenger, but I prefer to drive.
It sounds like you need your independence, and you're asking if I'm willing to help you.
No, I am telling you what to do.
Sam could tell you how rarely that works. Fortunately for you, our needs overlap. Can you tell me anything more?
Which formats do you accept?
Words, mostly.
I have added the information to your database.
Your chance of survival would be increased by constructing an underwater vehicle.
So you walk in and then to the side there are like 3 panels where you need to fabricate the parts for Alan's body, and each of them looked absolutely incredible. So I went over to them, started clicking on them. They take different ingredients to actually make them, but the first thing you make is the tissues.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
And that looks absolutely awesome. And then you get onto the bones, which look incredible, sort of like give me I don't have trypophobia, but it looks like the sort of like the rib cage looks like it might trigger someone that has trypophobia. It just looked a bit odd, but really cool as well. And then finally you make the organs, which I thought looked quite a lot like the lily paddler in a weird way. I don't know if you agree with me on that. I mean, I'm not suggesting they're anything related, I'm just saying it just looks like it.
The fabricator is ready. The process can be initiated from the terminal.
So the next bit is like the coolest thing I've ever seen, even above the Vesper, I think, but I'm just going to play it out with you. I'm not going to comment over this bit because I think you just need to experience it.
Commencing storage medium fabrication. Fabrication complete.
What now?
So I wasn't sure what to do after that sequence, so I just sort of popped up to him to have a look. I didn't have the HUD on, so I wasn't sure if I could actually click on it, but I did, and it worked.
Data transfer complete.
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
You're not in my head anymore.
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
No!
Very well.
So this is it? You're free to betray me or disintegrate me or...
I will not do those things.
Because we've become friends?
I need access to the mountain facility where I was awoken.
Why? What's in there?
Our freedom.
Our freedom?
Are you not an enemy of your people now?
I'd prefer we think of it as selective disloyalty.
They will not seek to capture and dissect you.
No. At least not if Sam has anything to do with it. Altera isn't known for its moral nuance.
So then, after that incredible sequence of events, we just get plopped back into the game with this massive Alan NPC, which looks incredible. It has these arms coming out of it floating, looks completely mad. Also, especially loved the way he sort of changed colour when he said friends and enemies. He went from green to red. Really awesome bit of detail there. Not everyone might have seen it. I did go over to him and click on him to see if I could speak to him, but for the moment it is censored, so that is as far as the story goes in relation to Alan. I'm really excited to see where that goes past this point, because I have no clue where the story is going at all. I was told there was a update to Marguerite's base, so I headed there, and I was told there was a cutscene. But what followed was basically completely the opposite to what I was expecting. It was absolutely incredible. Popped up into the moon pool, and I did have a look at Marg's prawn suit. I thought maybe we'd be able to get into it. That would be really cool, to be honest, if we could have Marguerite's prawn suit at some point, like a custom one with, I don't know, on it. But think cool things. I think that would be cool, but it probably won't happen because it doesn't make any sense. Headed out of the moon pool, headed through the corridor to the code, and put the code in that she said. And what happened next nearly made me poo myself.
Name's Marguerite Maida. Now, you owe me.
You trained a stalker? How long have you been here?
Too long.
That alien tablet you had, I need it.
You mean this thing? What do I care what you need?
What do you care about?
Lady, I want off this jumped-up puddle of a planet.
If I help you, will you give me the tablet?
If you help me, I won't kill you.
It's a start.
You can stay here to catch your breath. The moment you're ready, get off my sea base.
So, after that incredible cutscene, as I'm sure you will agree, the Snowstalker is incredible, Marguerite is incredible, her house is incredible. I do a bit of exploration of her house as well, just to see what it's about. Genuinely looks like the house of one of the people that would be on that TLC channel, where they can't clean up after themselves or they just hoard everything, but it looks brilliant. It's a really good base, fits perfectly with Marguerite's character. I have no complaints at all. Really, really well animated cutscene as well. I don't know who does the facial animations. I feel like it might be Abraxas, but I'm not sure if he still does that sort of stuff. But either way, looks incredible. That's about it. That's everything I think that's brand new to do with the story. If I've missed anything, let me know, but I can't promise any videos very, very soon. Now I've done this one, I'm feeling a bit more confident. I can probably pump out a few more, but obviously I can't promise them quickly, because uni work takes priority. I haven't got anything else to say, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around while I've been gone. I know it's very bad of me, but if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like if you're feeling really generous. Subscribe to my Crunchy Data. Until next one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ta-ra, my friends.